So, when you hear the term press release, what comes to mind? Probably some huge company announcement, right? Something designed to make headlines. But what if I told you that for local businesses, they're actually a secret weapon for something totally different? Let's get into it and uncover what's really going on.
I mean, is the real goal to get your local plumbing company featured on national news, or to get this massive flood of traffic from some viral story? For most people, yeah, that's the dream. But what if that's completely the wrong dream to be chasing with these?
Because when we start talking about local SEO, getting your business to show up on Google Maps and in those near me searches, the whole purpose of a press release just flips on its head. It's not about public relations anymore. It's all about technical SEO signals.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain and look at what press releases actually do in the world of local SEO. This isn't about getting famous, it's about getting found. A press release really has 4 key jobs to do for your local SEO. First, it gets your content seen and indexed by Google's little web crawlers super fast. Second, it reinforces the connection between your brand, what you sell, and where you're located. It also creates these trusted citations, just think of them as online mentions of your business, and helps build out a diverse link profile. And all of this works together to boost your most important local asset, your Google Business Profile. To really get this, it helps to see the 2 approaches side by side. Seriously, you should think of them as 2 completely different tools that just happen to have the same name. And wow, this just lays it all out, doesn't it? Over on the left, traditional PR is all about hunting for media coverage to drive traffic and build general brand awareness. But look at the right. For local SEO, we just want our content indexed and fast. We want to reinforce our business as an entity in Google's eyes. We want to diversify our online mentions and send all those good signals back to our Google Business Profile. The goals really couldn't be more different. Now, I've said this term entity reinforcement a couple of times. It sounds kind of technical, but it's actually a pretty simple and really powerful idea. All it means is teaching search engines that your brand name, say Bob's Best Pizza, the service, pizza delivery, and the location, 123 Main Street, Anytown, are all one single connected thing. Press releases are just a great way to help build that strong association.
All right, so how do you actually do this? Where do you even publish these things? Well, luckily, it's pretty straightforward. The platforms you'll use pretty much fall into 2 camps, free and paid. Let's start with the free options, platforms like PRLog or OpenPR. Now, the crucial thing to understand is this. For the vast majority of local businesses, these free platforms are more than enough to get the job done. They're perfect for doing it yourself, they get your content crawled quickly, and they build that solid SEO foundation we've been talking about.
And then you have the paid platforms. You really should think of these as an optional upgrade, not something you have to do. You might consider a service like EIN Presswire if you've got a really high-value announcement, or maybe a client who just wants that wider syndication. But for your regular, consistent local SEO support, it's often just not necessary. All right, let's have a quick reality check. Because like any tactic, using press releases for SEO has some really clear benefits, but it also has some super important limitations that you absolutely need to know about. The advantages are pretty much exactly what we've been covering. You get your information onto Google's radar fast. You validate your business's identity online. You build up a nice, diverse portfolio of links and mentions. And honestly, it's a very cost-effective way to give your whole SEO strategy a little boost. But here's the other side of that coin. You should expect almost 0 traffic coming to your website from these. Remember, getting picked up by the media is not the goal, and it's definitely not guaranteed. And this whole thing only works if the press release is written and optimized correctly. Just spamming them out there will probably do you more harm than good. Let me just put a really fine point on that last part. The number of guaranteed stories you will get from major news outlets by using these SEO-focused press releases is a big round 0. If you go into this expecting to get famous, you're going to be disappointed. That is not the game we were playing here. So, after all that, what is the one thing you really, truly need to remember? Let's get right to the bottom line. It's this, right here. This is the entire strategy in one sentence. You have to think of a press release as a supporting actor in your SEO movie. It's not the star of the show, but it plays a really crucial role in making the whole production a success. And finally, just remember that any tool is only as good as the strategy behind it. The real value isn't just in hitting publish. It's in the quality of your content, making sure it's optimized for your specific location, and being consistent with it over time. So, now that you're seeing press releases through this technical SEO lens, the real question is this.
Could this really cost-effective entity-building tool be the missing supporting piece in your local SEO strategy?